Hello.
Order in the court.
Order.
That is sending me.
Okay, let me think.
Introducing Madam President Morgan Ash.
Hello, and welcome to Our America. The new and improved, highly improved America, run by me, your president, Morgan. Before I even started this inauguration speech, the first thing I did was contacted the indigenous people and gave them their land back. I don't know if I were to become president who I would actually speak to, but I'm sure someone would let me know how to give the land back. Right. We've already begun that process, and we actually have already started work on our brand new bullet train. Woo! I'll hand it over
the best president
ever! Our Congresswoman Jess to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Jess, the Congress. In this Congress, we create space and listen to voices. And the only voices that are allowed to be listened to are anyone who is not a land-owning white male. If you are a white male and you own land, sorry, your time is over.
Yes, we believe in reparations.
These are the reparations that are due and in order. And that's just how it is now because this is a better America. And I'm the Congress, and I'll make the laws, and I'll listen, and I'm here to make it better. And now, the courts.
Hi, I'm Maisie. I'm the court. And I would just like to say that the motion to pass Bill 69420 to put in place the bullet trains across America has been passed, and that is taking place immediately.
I will say that bills are in Congress.
Okay. Just letting you know.
Well, you need to make a
opinion. I am of the opinion that
This is us v everyone else.
Yes.
Yeah. We win.
we win because
Us
we
be everyone.
Our three-way relationship versus the old America.
Yes.
and it is of my opinion that we need bullet trains everywhere. And I originally, in my original opinion, that has been redone, I was like, no military, but then I thought, what if the old America tries to take the bullet trains away? And I thought, wow, we need to take away all military everywhere else and put them at the bullet train stations. That was advised to me by our president.
That was advised.
That was an executive order.
Yes,
that the court is upholding.
Yes.
So you may think that we're using the wrong words for government, but actually, you're thinking in old America.
You have an old America brain.
You need to get with the new America mindset.
Yes.
And actually understand that everything you knew before, wipe it clean.
Is actually wrong.
You need to go through a process of smooth brainification, and then you need to learn new things. You need to be visionary, and you need to be a creative, flexible thinker to be a part of New America.
Growth mindset.
Yes.
Growth mindsets in this new America.
Be a flexible thinker, and then you'll thrive. You'll do great here.
So welcome.
We're gonna red pill you into it. I know.
You didn't hear that.
But that's fine. That's not for you.
Nothing.
Let's all unite on the bullet train.
And everything will
Yes,
trickle
we
down.
will unite America. The bridging the gap between old America and new America is uniting around the bullet train.
And instead of trickle-down economics, we have trickle-down society that starts at the bullet train and
trickles down to every other facet of society.
This week, I got a passport, and then we had a slumbie.
You got a crowned victory royale.
I got two in a row. What? That's crazy.
What?
That's crazy. Which I think the rest of this day will be very much a staying inside, playing lots of Fortnite, playing some card games, some media consumption, listening to Harry's House on repeat because it came out yesterday.
I wish Mike's Mike freaking had his videos posted. Those would be really good to watch.
Yes. We could watch
Today.
Candy or whatever.
No, Staircase.
Staircase. Yeah, we could watch that.
Horror vibe.
Yeah, have a scary movie. It's a good scary movie day.
It is. It's very dark and rainy and cloudy out.
I do have to feed Hobie.
Yes.
I don't think it's raining, so probably. Oh yeah,
I think it is.
It is. Anyway, we're at a slumbie. We're having a slumbie right now.
Currently,
In
as we
real
speak.
time. We came to Maisie's grandparents' house. We're having a little Westville moment. Drove around the golf carts. Classic small town
Went
thing.
to Mike's Chill, the classic ice cream place that Maisie has been raving about.
She truly
And it was good. It was great. I got a banana split chiller.
We went hiking yesterday in the river and literally got poisoned
Well, we didn't go. We weren't hiking in the river.
Well-
we were hiking in the
at the river.
stinging nettle. And Jess and I were wearing shorts and chacos. And we literally got cuts and burns. Literally,
Poison.
stung, poison with
I was
chemicals.
injected.
I was literally injected with poison.
It was terrible.
We actually went
Do not recommend.
for so long. We were like getting hurt for so long, and we were on a path for quite a while, but it was a path, I would say, and not a trail.
Yes.
And we deduced by the end, by the time we got literally into the middle of the forest and the path just disappeared,
Fully brushed.
we deduced that it was an animal path that we had been following through the stinging nettle, and so then we had to go all the way back through the stinging nettle.
To where?
So that was tragic. It truly was. It was terrible.
It was.
I don't know what else to say besides it was so terrible. Jess was down bad,
I was down bad. I was fighting for my life. I was in the trenches.
fighting my
It
fears.
hurt so bad. It was so terrible.
But at least it wasn't poison. Oh,
Yes, I actually think
would've
it is
been
good.
Or
So
worse.
when we got home, I did a little bit of research because we thought at the time we thought it was poison oak because we knew it wasn't poison ivy. I know what poison ivy looks like, and so I was like, oh, it must be poison oak. But then I looked it up, and it didn't exactly look like poison oak, and it didn't look like poison sumac either. So I was just looking at what it could have been, and I think it was stinging nettle because it literally was like
Immediate.
stings.
Yeah.
It was like we were getting stung by bees or like cut by blades. of
Tractor
bees.
jackers.
Literally felt like we were in delirium. We felt like we were in the Hunger Games. And, but I think that's, so then when we finally got back through the stinging nettle to a little sandbar in the river, we just literally, Jess and I just straight into
Walked
the river,
into the river.
up to our knees at least to just have it wash away basically.
We needed some relief.
And it worked. Like, one, it was cold water, and that just, like, helped with, like, the swelling and stuff that was beginning to happen. But also, I think it really, like, sucked any of the, like, chemicals out. But I think poison oak, like, water doesn't necessarily help. I think, like, once it's in there, like,
Right.
it stays until it, like, your body processes it out. So I think it was better than poison oak.
That
Yes.
is good. I'm glad.
And my sister, I know for sure, Jennifer, is allergic to poison oak. So it's, like, actually really terrible. Like, she like has an allergic reaction to it.
She knows.
And so I've never gotten poison oak. I've gotten poison ivy and I'm not allergic to it, just as bad. But I've never gotten poison oak, so I don't know if I'm allergic to it or not.
Yeah.
So it's good that it wasn't.
Don't really want
that would
to
have
test that
been
out.
really bad.
I did not really want to be testing that out. But our goal was literally just to get hot and lay
Literally.
in the sun by the water. And we did that. Despite the bump in the road,
A very big bump.
we did what we set out to do.
Played some cards.
Played cards,
Listen to
ate some
music.
snacks.
Literally just laid.
Literally.
Did not move. Eyes closed, laying in the sun. And it was great.
It was great. It was super fun. And then we
Showered.
played Fortnite. Showered, yeah. Got Mike's Chill. Played Fortnite. Watched some videos.
Played Play 9.
Yes, played
The
some more
epic
cards.
golf game.
Ate some vegetables for dinner. And then watched One Night Only. Harry Styles. Harry's house. One Night Only.
York.
It was good.
Maisie gave us the Apple Music hookup. And we
Thanks, man.
put it on a TV. And we fully were
Grandpa.
just sitting there all lined up in a bed. watching
Maisie's
it.
sister yelled at her about the TV.
I'll say it almost verbatim. I was carrying the TV that my mom told me 8,000 times I could take to the basement, and my sister goes, well, where'd you get that? I said, on my mom's dresser. And she goes, that's my TV, and it doesn't work. It doesn't have a remote. And I said, I know, we don't need it. I have something. She goes, why are you taking my freaking TV? It doesn't have a remote. It doesn't freaking work. And then I just walked away, and she said, bring it back.
We just kept walking.
She was screaming, like actually yelling.
Yes, literally.
That's
screaming.
my TV! What are you doing?
It doesn't even work!
What are you doing? Maisie!
Don't take it down there! Okay.
I was like,
My family's...
Keep going.
We literally rushed into the room and shut the door.
My family's kind of crazy. Everybody's witnessed it. I've been going slowly crazy, so it's been so refreshing to have a normal conversation.
Regular people.
And little cat likes Morgan and Jess a lot, and it warms my heart dearly.
Little cat's here.
Little cat is here in the building.
Yep,
In the building, she's probably eating. There's many cats.
Yes,
Yeah,
there are
in the
cats.
general area.
We've seen a lot of cats.
Black
in our
cat,
time.
boy cat, little cat,
Hobart.
Hobart.
Not true.
Not
she's
true.
probably
She's
never
missing.
back.
And then we literally just woke up at our regular time that we wake up this morning, and then everyone was like, "You're up early. You always get up this early."
And like,
Yeah.
I've been getting up that early every day that I've been here, which has been for 2 weeks, so I don't know why they're so surprised. But yeah, we've said it all before, but it's like any up and coming politician who I guess isn't Democrat or just like sides with that because you have to, it like AOC and stuff, who was like so revolutionary, becomes kind of a joke. But it's like, how much of that is on her and how much of it is just that she's in this position?
No,
and
really.
has
She
to-
Can't do anything.
But I think she
By
really,
herself.
I think people sometimes like overextend like what she did or like put their hope in her.
Yeah.
But like she did do, I think
Yeah.
like the best thing was the whole taking a seat from an incumbent.
Yes.
I think that's what was super duper important, and I feel like people don't really pay attention to that as much. They just think about like, oh, her progressive politics, whatever, which obviously is good, but like exactly what we're saying with like Joe Manchin is like we actually just need. It's not like we need one progressive politician.
We need a bunch.
We need every incumbent to be replaced by new people who are young
and term limits.
and have appropriate ideas.
And expand the Supreme Court too.
Yes.
We'll fix it.
It'll be
That's
us. The three of us.
Morgan, you can be the president. You're good at public speaking.
Okay.
I'd be like,
Morgan, you can be the president.
Who's the court and who's the Congress?
One person each.
Yeah.
Maisie's the court.
I'm the court. I'm the court. I'll
She
write my
said,
opinion.
I can judge. I will judge.
I'm the Congress.
I will disseminate my opinions.
That's
And Jess
the
is
government.
Congress. Jess makes the laws. She lays down the law.
Podcast topic today: how we will save America.
Yes.
This is our
President, court, and
plan.
Congress. One person each.
Emma
This
will
is. I think
die.
this would be like called an autocracy, right? Isn't that what
I
that
don't
is?
know.
Yes,
It's like basically a dictatorship, but just
Oh.
not one person.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
a dictatorship of 3 people
Yeah.
who will make everything better. That's why communism halfway works.
Our three-way relationship.
Yeah, our 3-way
Ruling
dictatorship.
Ruling the nation.
I was talking to my grandpa about that the other day because
God.
he's but anytime it comes to like foreign politics, I like understand that he doesn't
Right.
understand like
Right.
the
It's
vast scope of it because he's old and grew up in prime America time, which
Yeah.
he was not America, yes, during that time, but he didn't understand
Right.
why.
He's not a patriot.
No, he's not.
Maisie.
He just
Thank God, living in this town
Yeah.
could have
Yeah.
corrupted
We
him.
got lots of them.
he just like asked me because it was something about China on the news or something. I don't know what it was.
Old people in China, it's really
It
tough.
really
It's
for them.
really
something,
tough.
yeah.
It was because it was something about Taiwan because China is actively trying to invade Taiwan. They
Yes.
have been since
Yeah.
Russia and Ukraine have started. And he was like genuinely asking, why would anyone want to live in China? He was like, is Wenqin going to go back to China? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, why would anybody want to live there? And I'm like, Grandpa, you don't see the inside of it. Like, you don't know what it looks like and how it functions. And I was like, their freedom of speech, do we really have it to that extent that you're thinking here? No. And everybody buys your data here and sells it. So
Yeah.
it's like, is that really free? Because you're giving something.
And because
away.
you're an old person who has nothing to say, but like young progressive people have basically no, and like you know, like indigenous people and like black trans people have like literally no freedom.
Yeah, no freedom
to speech, because then it's just retaliated by police protected activity.
Yeah.
But corporations have tons and tons and tons of freedom of speech.
As we've learned.
Yes, we do. Like, we do have some freedom of speech, but it's for select groups of people.
Yeah.
And none for other groups of people. Or that if you, say the freedom is protected, but the police retaliation is also protected. So you just have to choose if
which
you want.
one you want.
Right.
Want to get beat by the police or say a tweet?
Or just keep quiet.
Yeah.
Or say a tweet.
But anyway, I was explaining that to him, and I was like, we don't have freedom of speech, like, our speech is suppressed, whatever, but I was trying not to be so, like, big brain about it, so I could, like, break it down simply, because I also saw TikToks that were like, you have to break things down for people.
Especially old
grandpas. Especially old people. But he wasn't, like,
No, yeah.
pro-America. He just was genuinely asking, actually. And I told him, I was like, yeah, their free speech is limited, and they can't organize there, technically, but they don't... I was like, they also, like, don't have, like, suicide rates, like, teen suicide rates, because they can't say go kill yourself on social media. Like, it won't happen and stuff like that. So I was like, is there a give and take between that? Yeah, but maybe even if they don't like the way the government is set up, it's, like, not horrendous and people are starving and dying. It's like...
Well, and here's the thing is, like, some people are starving and dying.
Yeah.
Like, lots of people are also starving and dying in America.
Yes.
And I think the people who are like, why would anyone want to live there, just don't think about that, like, some people have a choice. Like, lots of people who say that are people who are American citizens and could never live anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's like, in the case of Wenqin, it's like she can't actually decide. Like, she can actually get visas and stay here, and, like, she has an opportunity to do that, and she can choose to, like, go there. So, like, she can actually, like, weigh the pros and cons of, like, each place. Whereas, like, somebody who was born here and grew up here and is never going to leave here, they're like, well, why would I want to be anywhere else? Well, it's because they don't actually have to think about what life would be like somewhere else, and, like, actually have to make a decision about that. They're just like, well, I live here.
Yeah. And, like, I was trying to explain that. And, like, just their infrastructure and, like, a lot of their social programs, like, they aren't great, and you're right. Like, they have, like, concentration camps of Muslim people and stuff, but we have those... If we don't have them here, we have them outsourced in other places.
We have concentration camps, our prisons.
Yeah, our concentration camps are prisons. But that is, like, it's so hard because it's so normalized here. And it's like, China's actually secret. Like, yeah, like, their prisons, per se, aren't, like, they have concentration camps. But it's like, the Chinese citizens don't know about that. But I was explaining, I was like, there's just gives and takes to everywhere you go. And, like... You've got to understand that infrastructure in other places is much better than here. No, like, doubt. Because he was asking about, like, that. And I was like, they have bullet trains. That's all it takes.
That's all Mason wants. Truly.
That take is really...
In our America, there are bullet trains. That is number one, first thing. Our promise is bullet trains. That's it. Honestly, and that's
free bullet
true.
Trains.
If we start with free bullet trains, the rest will follow.
Yeah.
Everything
will fall into place.
Everything. And I was like, I need a bullet train. I got Keith on the bullet train thing.
Yes.
I'm recruiting
Keith
everybody.
will build the bullet train.
If I get Mississippi,
we'll hire Keith as our, like, Department of the Interior. Our cabinet.
As long as we convert everybody, that's our promise. We'll convert everybody pro bullet train because that will trickle down.
We will unite us.
Well, this is what will unite America. Everyone will be pro bullet train.
But yes,
this is where it will start.
That's it. I just want a bullet train. That's the moral of that story.
And then we just stop. We stop. Then it's anarchy.
We're like, figure it out.
We just organize politics enough just to get the bullet train, and then we dip out, and it's anarchy.
Yeah, actually...
Figure it out amongst your communities.
If somebody takes down our bullet train, I'm coming back.
And would that be so bad? Yes.
They're not taking away the bullet train. I want it.
We will fund all of the military operations we need to protect the bullet train.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where our billions
all
of dollars
military. We're removing all of our troops from anywhere else in the world and replacing them on the bullet train stations. And you think this is a joke, but it's serious.
This is for real.
Nobody will take it.
We need a bullet train.
I hate our stupid government. We need it
so
bad.
That's the thing, basically. This is probably internalized for your grandpa because he said he's not, like, that pro-America, but, like, people thinking that America's, like, the best place to live. They're like, why would anyone live there? Or, like, you know, like, say, you have to, like, tell people, like, we have that too. It's terrible here too.
Yeah.
Like, you're just not
Yes.
thinking about that.
You can't say here's all the good stuff about any place. You have to say
Yeah.
America is bad, and you don't know, but it is.
He's really on the America's bad with the abortion stuff. He gets so mad about it. He's like, I can't believe they're doing that. I can't believe they're doing that.
I can't believe it.
But then they always come back with at least it's legal in Illinois, and I'm like,
Not for
lives in
long, not-
Illinois. Yeah, they're
Not if you don't
overturn
vote
it. Yeah.
this fall.
I got a TikTok with the Grey's Anatomy cast giving, like, basically, like, information. Like, what you should be doing.
That's funny.
It was kind of iconic.
That's very that funny feeling.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
They were like,
The
basically,
cast of Grey's Anatomy telling me what
I
to
should
do.
do. How
My
to
real
take care of
doctors. My real doctors.
Yes.
It was about, like,
Not my doctor.
that's true. They were just saying, like, about, like, contraceptives, and, they're like, take a pregnancy test every 4 to 5 weeks. That might seem like a lot, but you need to know. In
Literally
case you-
before 6 weeks.
If you get pregnant and, like, you don't want to be, like, you need to know. Time is of the essence. Like, do this. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, Grey's Anatomy.
That really just triggered a memory.
Okay,
for
Meredith
me.
Grey.
I don't know if either of you watched Secret Life of the American Teenager.
Mhm.
But do you remember how fully in the middle of episodes, instead of like a commercial break, sometimes
Yes.
it would be like the cast of Secret Life of American
Yes.
Teenager saying like
Teen pregnancy stuff.
yeah, like
Yes.
teen pregnancy, like helpline, like how to get, like Planned Parenthood, how to get contraceptives, like what to do if you're pregnant, and then like sometimes if they had like this on the episode, it'd be like suicide lines,
Yes.
like numbers to
I
call
do
and
remember
stuff.
that.
They fully had those like all the time. I think they were very ahead of their time in that.
ABC Family.
They said
Don't get pregnant.
Planned Parenthood, here's the number.
Right. They said.
If you are an
You
American
should get
teenager, here you go. Here are the numbers.
I do remember that. I didn't even watch it. I just watched it when my sister watched it.
I was fully obsessed with that show. Me and my sister, we really grinded. that
Shailene
show.
Woodley's side part, I love it.
Yes, it was so
Shailene
good.
Woodley, it's just
Shailene Woodley's
so
side part
funny.
and
She's everything.
ponytail on her wrist.
Yeah. And her big, fake pregnant belly.
Yes.
Yep.
I cannot believe people want to ban contract. I mean, I can believe it, but like that is just like insane.
Always. I can't believe. Well, I can believe it, but
But it's just insane.
I can't believe it.
What happens, like, if you're already on birth control, what happens?
I don't know, because that's really not good.
No, I know.
Well, and that's a whole thing about how
Well, yeah, I
when that
guess-
decision comes out, there's gonna be
Right.
other cases that come to the Supreme Court, especially on the grounds of like interstate commerce, because like
They're gonna be
CVS
on it.
is in every state,
Yeah.
but like CVS is in Texas won't be able to sell birth control, but the CVS in Colorado will. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna be a case that they're gonna have to try.
And people get stuff shipped from CVS. Like
Yeah.
if you're disabled or something, like you
Yes.
get your medication shipped to your house, and like it doesn't come from that specific CVS.
right, it comes from
But I read the worst thread in the world. Not the worst thread in the world, but it was
A
about
terrible one.
CVS and how they are like one of the top contributors to the pro-life movement, and it was basically explaining
Not my
all
CVS.
of the stuff.
Dang,
why.
I like CVS. I thought they were the good guys.
I know.
Not
but-
my giant corporation.
I like that one.
But it explained all of the ways how like they run
They make it hard.
drugs. They run drugs,
yeah,
like they
yeah.
run
Yes.
all of this shit, and like how making it hard would like
Big pharma.
big pharma would increase their profits somehow, and like I don't know. I don't
Somehow.
remember it all,
Because
but
there'd
it's
be more
CVS.
freaking people that need medication because we're all dying.
And
We're not standing in the river
Because
water anymore.
because
these days.
we're never standing in the river water, and we could freaking Obamacare. People are so stupid about Obamacare. This is actually like a huge pet peeve of mine when people are like, oh, for whatever reason, they can say, oh, I'm just fiscally conservative, and that's why I don't like Obamacare because it would ruin
I'm
the insurance
socially progressive.
agencies, whatever.
Yes.
But like, no, if you
Who
actually
doesn't want to ruin the insurance agency?
no, truly, but people who work for the insurance company.
True.
But truly social, like, you know, whatever, if you're, what is it? Liberal, socially.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, yeah.
on the left at all socially. It's like, actually Obamacare, like a huge part of it was preventative care.
Right.
Yeah.
And care for chronic illnesses, which is like the thing that's would change a lot more than just everyone having insurance.
Right.
Which is the only thing we basically kept from Obamacare now. The Affordable Care Act, the only thing we've kept is like more people are able basically to get on Medicare and Medicaid.
Yeah.
But none of the other stuff is there, which was all preventative health care and coverage for chronic illnesses, which is like affects way more people. The people that it matters most to are people with chronic illnesses, and then people who get illnesses later in life because they didn't have any preventative care.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
I always see disabled people talking about that, like, before universal health care. They're like, the reason it's also so bad here is because of that.
Yes.
It's like, we don't focus on that because we're so worried about having to pay a bill that we just wait until something bad happens.
No, literally. That's,
and it's like, that would save everybody money.
There's a Pick Me Up, I'm Scared episode when they talk about, I guess, just universal health care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they talk about just like no one goes in America, no one goes to the doctor until they're dying, literally.
And it's so bad.
It is so bad.
And because we don't have universal health care, and this is an argument people always make about universal health care, like the lines will be so long. Like, everyone will always be at the dentist or whatever, the doctor's office.
It's already
all
like
the
that.
appointments. It's already so terrible, and what's terrible about it is somebody who literally doesn't go to the doctor because they don't want to pay the bills, they don't have insurance or whatever, waits so long, and then they literally are dying. Like every day they're getting closer to death, and they have to wait 6 months for their appointment to get into the doctor. That would literally save their life. Like, they literally could die waiting for a doctor.
I also saw something that was, like, refuting that, and it was an actual article, not, like, a TikTok or Twitter, but it was an actual article, and it was explaining how that's, like, a myth that people say that you're going to have to wait longer, because the way insurance works is you have to be at a specific location, and you have to go to a specific doctor that's in network at your location, so you have to go to one doctor, and it's like, if it's universal health care, you're able to go to anybody. So it's like, if you want to go to your specific doctor, you can wait, but if not, you can get somebody soon.
And literally, I think literally every single country who has universal or near universal health care has shorter wait times than America.
Yes.
It may be like one. I think literally, if any, I think like one may have longer wait times. It could have been like Germany or something, because they also have like the best doctors, and so it's like people go there specifically for those specific specialists or whatever. But people are so dumb. People don't know anything. People don't know literally anything. People would just say, "Here's what I think," without knowing a single thing about it.
True.
That's the problem. If only the people who knew stuff
were sharing their opinions.
Literally.
How many Supreme Court justices would be left? None.
Literally. So let's just go back to only land-owning white men vote.
Right.
Yeah. They're the only ones who know stuff.
Right. So true.
They make everything so good. I love it. I love it.
I feel like
everything so good.
I feel like in our America, kind of for like reparations, the voting would work, or like if we had proposed laws or whatever, you would just have like the ultimate say in it. But like if you wanted like help, from America to see what people wanted, it could be like anyone except for landowning white men.
It's true.
Can have a voice. Like that's like reparations.
Yeah.
Well,
they just don't get to say anything.
Right.
You know what else I was thinking about that was cooking in my brain for like the past week that I was like waiting to talk about? I was thinking
waiting to have a normal conversation.
Yes, for real. Because a lot of our infrastructure problems are because America's so spread out and like there's no public transportation, so you're like stuck places. I know the bullet train would fix it, but also if we did land back and did push people into like bigger cities or bigger urban areas and had bullet trains, it's like that fixes two problems. It's like we get land back for indigenous people who have needed it back forever, and then it's like not everything's so spread out because all of our infrastructure is close together, and we like can get to places easier,
and we can heal the earth even one freaking percentage point.
Yes, because the indigenous people,
they know they'll get right on it
and take out the pipelines out.
That's first before bullet train. Is land back, and then the indigenous people help us with the bullet train.
Yes, they help us with the bullet train. They tell us what to do to make it good.
Yes.
We'll make it for them. free bullet train for everybody. Oh, my grandpa did have one thing. He was like, he was talking about gas prices, which he actually based. He was like, we get less than 1% of our oil from Russia. So they're just doing this because they can. And I was like, true, Grandpa.
Like, I know. Yes, Grandpa.
And he was like,
You better work.
and he was like, and they're putting that pipeline in, but we get less than 1% of our oil from Russia. So why are they doing that? Because it doesn't seem like we need it.
We don't. We
And I was
really
like,
don't.
true, but I do think they stopped it. Line 3.
Well, it's built, but it's not in use
Okay.
because of the, like, litigation basically going on that indigenous people have,
Good.
like, brought to the court. It's, like, halted.
Oh God, I hope it doesn't
We
go
are
to the
work
Supreme Court.
Yeah, God.
It will be definitely running.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, just said, yeah, God. Yeah, God is the bad version of yes, God.
No, you literally, yeah, God.
Yes, God.
Yes, God.
We can have Madeline Pendleton on our board. She can be
Yeah,
part
she
of
can.
our.
Yes.
What is it called?
Cabinet.
Yeah.
I don't think she wants to do that.
She doesn't.
I don't think she wants to have any part of being a part of the government.
She does not.
Even if it's our three-way relationship dictatorship.
She can just write in. Write in what you want, Madeline.
She will be one of our voices.
Yes.
She can be a voice.
We actually don't have a cabinet, we just have voices.
Yes, so true.
We just change we do exactly what our government is now, but we change all the
It
words.
just sounds better.
We're holding space.
Right.
We listen to voices.
They'll never catch on. The bullet train will blind them.
So shiny. So shiny and new. Why don't people want a bullet train? There are people who are actually against it.
I don't know
For what?
why.
For what
I don't
reason?
know.
For what reason?
Money.
We
I
have
don't know.
so much
What?
land
It will cost too
here.
much.
Why? It's so big. People don't understand how big it is. It's so
We will
big.
when we're driving 40 hours
Yeah.
across it.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
We
50
will.
hours.
No, truly.
That's gonna be crazy.
50 hours.
I know.
Over 2 days straight.
But we have places to stop.
It will be good. And beds, real beds, and showers.
And showers.
I'm excited.
And food.
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have been recording this.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
you
good.
have been?
Yeah. So I feel like now's a good time to talk about the trip. It's really complicated.
Maisie goes to a concert.
No, wait. Step 1 is move.
Well, yeah. We got an
yeah,
apartment!
yeah.
We got an apartment!
Woo!
It's so
Really
cute.
start from the beginning.
It's so cute. And our landlord, his name is Mark. He's some old guy, so like,
He's not that old.
It's better as far as landlords go. If you're gonna have to have a
He's
landlord,
fully like middle aged.
he's just some guy.
he just can't
He
work
is
his
just some
iPhone.
guy.
It's better than big
Big
renters.
Big landlord.
Big rent.
Big rent.
Big leasing.
Yes, big lease.
Yeah, he's nice.
And you have a dishwasher.
We have a dishwasher, we have a garbage disposal, we have an in-unit washer dryer,
And new carpet.
and they're putting in new carpet right before we get there.
And
Now,
gonna
as
clean
we
it.
speak.
As we speak,
They're gonna clean it.
they're gonna clean it. Maisie's gonna clean it
I'm
again.
gonna clean it again. Don't worry about it.
And you're getting your couch. You're getting some couches
We're getting my grandma's couches.
Yes,
that are green.
that are green and they're
Nice.
nice.
And they're cute, and we're gonna rip the skirt off.
little DIY.
Very, very TikTok.
Yeah, we'll post a TikTok.
Yes. Oh my god.
What?
You know what we need?
What?
A coffee table. We can DIY it.
You know what we need?
Because we certainly did not have a coffee table to contribute.
Yeah.
No, we did not.
Okay, yeah. True.
So step 1, move.
Step 1,
Continue.
move. Step 2, Maisie goes to a concert
On the 6th.
on the 6th, and Maisie leaves her car here,
At my grandma's.
At her grandma's.
Where little cat is.
where little cat is, and Morgan will drive to Columbus and scoop Maisie up on the way with her car that she's gonna have.
Some car.
With a car
that I will have.
that works
A wagon.
in her wagon.
Just get
I
a
want-
bike. And you
I
can pull
want,
the wagon.
literally, I want a station wagon.
Get a Subaru.
Do you guys know that's my dream car is a station
I
wagon?
mean,
No.
like, I don't think I actually knew that, but I knew that.
It seems like it. Yeah.
But that's my dream, like, fully good aesthetically, fully good
Right.
logistically. Like, both
Right.
are taken care of. But if I'm just going logistics and a little bit of aesthetic, then I very much that would be a Subaru. Like a new one.
They're pretty nice.
Or like Sarah's, Ross's,
That's a Subaru.
old. I know.
Oh.
I'm saying. I said if it was newer,
Oh.
like a Subaru.
Oh.
But also like older. Like
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so then Maisie and Morgan will both be in Columbus, and me, but
Well, I'll be there
they'll be driving
for
together.
some time. Unpack.
DoorDash. not
Instacart.
DoorDash.
Instacart, grind.
I'll go with you guys, help you.
You'll just be chilling.
We'll do it. We'll do speed.
Yeah.
Grocery shopping, 2 people. Getting it.
Yes.
Really making the money.
We can race. We can both take an order and then we'll be like, all
I
right.
made this amount of money in this time. We gotta really make it a competition. We can have like a whiteboard with a tally.
Mm-hmm. Especially if they're doing fuel.
Well, I looked at the email, it's like 40 cents. It's like 40 extra cents.
Okay, but it's some.
But it's just per
Like
order.
per- oh,
40
really?
cents per order.
What?
Yeah, that's getting
But
really
at least
so
it's the city. Instacart.
I know, there will be
and,
stuff to do.
We
yeah,
bike.
and like suburbia is terrible because it's so far. But in the city, it's fine. It won't be.
It
that bad.
said, as a reminder, you'll be able to see the surcharge on the applicable batch before you accept it, so you'll know when it's included ahead of time. You will receive 40 cents per customer order when fuel
Oh my
assistance is included.
That is the perfect. That's like a very putting in perspective, like COVID relief or whatever.
Yes.
You know, like 40 cents for spending $25 on gas for one order. And
Thanks
it's
so
like-
much.
It's like $1,000 for like,
7 months.
for being homeless and not having
Literally.
food and
No,
not being able to work your job or going to your job and getting COVID and dying.
And also,
Here's-
rent is
here's
so
40
expensive
cents.
in this country. Rent is at the highest it's ever been.
Yeah. So anyway, be there for a little bit, do that, and then go to Bonnaroo. And even the Bonnaroo schedule came out, so we even got our schedule in the Google Calendar. Who we're gonna see?
It's very
Literally,
exciting.
like so many people we actually really like, so it's so
I'm
exciting.
excited.
I know. It's
Jackie
gonna be really
Antonoff,
good. Bleachers.
slash Bleachers both, and Claude and Wallows and the Regrets and Stevie Nicks
Yes.
and the Chicks
I will
and J.
say,
Cole.
I'm excited that, like, the main people we want to see are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so that Thursday it's, like,
Chill.
not a big deal. Like, we
Yeah.
can get settled.
We
and
just get
chill.
there whenever, get our stuff set up. Our tent,
Yeah.
our sleigh, pop-up tent.
Yes.
Everyone should be jealous
It is a
of our
sleigh.
tent. It
Two
is
of
a
them.
sleigh. And it's a freaky 90s color
It's
scheme
so nice.
vibes. It's so nice. And it's so big,
It's
actually.
your mom.
We'll have to look at the
She's
small
always
one.
on it.
I'll look at the small one whenever I get it.
It's in your
My
car.
possession, yeah.
I honestly did not remember if I had them or you had them.
You have the big one.
Okay.
I have the small one. But if the small one works, we should just do that because
Just lay in it and then like measure yourself. Like
No,
lay in one
literally,
spot and then scoot
I have
over
done
where
exactly
other
that
arm-
before.
Yeah.
So Bonnaroo is going to be a big sleigh, I think. I think it's very funny
Methinks.
because it's not
Methinks.
necessarily like you would think who's performing. Like we like them. Like a lot of people who are performing, you would think it would be a lot of people who are like similar to us. But it's also like there's a lot of people performing who we don't like
Yes.
and we don't know. And I feel like most people who go to Bonnaroo are like the other
Yeah.
section. And just like we are the ones who just like some people that are like kind of the oddball ones thrown in there.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's not going to be like a crowd that we necessarily like connect with that much, but we'll just have a lot of fun. Just
We'll
the
just be
three of
vibing,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll be super vibing. We'll be in the back dancing.
Literally.
I think everything. Except for Claude. I'm
Front
very,
row.
very, very committed to front row.
Yes.
And I'm crocheting an outfit for it, so it better happen.
I would be committed to all those, but those
Yes.
those people are crazy.
But there's not
crazy.
going to be that many.
Yeah.
The Wallows people there. And if it's like, if I pick one that I'm committed to, you pick one you're committed to, and you pick one, we can like prioritize
I'm
those,
gonna
you
pick
know,
the
be like-
Regrets because they're not that big, and my concert for them got canceled. So
Yes. Then
Yeah.
that's a good
Yes,
priority.
true. And you're literally going to the Wallows
yeah, so I'm not that worried
in
about
June.
it.
So I feel like that would be good. Like the ones we're committed to, we can literally just go early. And Claude is like the first
I know.
show that day,
It'll
so
be
that's
easy,
perfect.
yeah.
So we can just go
Yes.
early in the
I'm
day
so
and just sit there
excited.
and play cards.
We could get some food and go
Yes.
sit there, see some food.
do a yoga flow.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the yoga.
Yeah, they have
on
yoga.
Saturday and
They have
Sunday.
yoga
Yes.
tents.
That would be good. We can go to a silent disco one night when there's no one.
Maybe
Listen to
Thursday.
Harry's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be really good. A sleigh weekend, and then we'll literally go straight from there, from Tennessee to Denver.
Yeah.
So that is the longest stretch of drive that we have. It's
Oh,
18
God.
hours, I believe. Which, to be fair, like, obviously that's a terrible drive, but I drove the 16 hours of it alone. There were people in the car with me, but I was driving the whole time in one stretch. So if I could do that, I feel like I can do anything. And there's 3 of us that can
I'm
drive.
equipped for anything.
And so, and we like each other, and we like all the same podcasts, and we like a lot of the same music, and we like to have conversations. We'll just be recording. We'll have so many podcast episodes because we'll just record all of our conversations
Yeah,
in the
literally.
drive. So I feel like even though 18 hours sounds terrible, actually we'll be like fine. And knowing that that's the longest stretch, that's like pretty good. And it's the most boring stretch too.
And we have a reward, which is a bed and a shower at the
Yes.
end because we're staying with my aunt. So that will be
It's true.
Show
nice.
us around Denver.
Yeah. She said that whole next day she wants to show us stuff.
She wants to celebrate you, Maisie.
She wants to celebrate me.
Yes. And we get to see my friends.
Yes.
Which will be so good. And then potentially, I feel like we haven't figured out details yet. So we just know the big things, but potentially we could take a little day trip to our
Place of residence
our
And
temporary
work.
home.
for the summer. The YMCA of the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, maybe do a little hike,
Maybe.
a little one.
A lake.
Not
we could do
a
a
big
lake
one.
hike. Those are pretty chill.
Yeah,
Sprag.
yeah.
Sprag.
But here's the thing: if we're starting from the Y,
True.
Sprague's kind of annoying
yeah.
until you get to the lake. Eagle Cliff is closer, but obviously it's more steep.
Yeah.
But you can just take a long time to go up, you know. And then you can
Emerald-
see the whole
Emerald
park
Mountain.
from the top.
That was always a classic.
Yeah, true.
But did we drive to the start? I don't know.
Well, the bus.
Oh.
You know, the shuttle. So that's Colorado, and then we'll drive south out of Colorado, which actually I've never been down there. I tried. I was going to go on a trip to the dunes, but my car broke down the night before.
Yep.
I was gonna leave, so maybe we can stop at the dunes on our way to Albuquerque.
Then we're going to Albuquerque, where my sister and brother-in-law and their son live.
Your nephew.
My nephew. They live in Albuquerque. We're driving to Albuquerque. Then we're gonna stay there, shower, bed.
Sleep in a bed.
But probably not. Are we stopping? Not. There's not really. I don't know.
No, and then I think we'll just drive. Then we're driving directly west
Yeah.
from Albuquerque, so I assume that we'll drive near the Grand Canyon. But I haven't linked out details.
I don't know. But then to California.
Through Joshua Tree?
Yeah, we're gonna go through Joshua Tree. Joshua Tree, that's summer. And then we haven't really figured this part out that much, but go to a beach.
Go to LA.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
go to LA.
Even just for like a day, an afternoon.
just to see it.
Just since we're gonna be there,
We have-
go to LA. We're going west anyway.
Well, probably we have allocated food money, and we're probably going to spend a quarter of it just in
No,
LA
literally.
getting one meal.
We'll literally eat peanut butter and jelly, granola bars, and chips
the whole
time. And fruit.
Yeah, we get some bananas.
And then we'll have a swag moment in LA.
Yeah.
We'll find somewhere really good to go. But here's the thing also with cities is like you can get really expensive like dining
Right.
like meals, but you can also just
Food
get
truck.
like street tacos.
Yeah.
I'm always down for a street
Food truck,
taco.
yes.
I'm sure there's
Food truck.
really good.
Yes, there is.
They always have like
or
the
like
fun-
even like burger stands.
Yeah.
You know, like there's like
Hot
cheap
dogs.
really good food and expensive really good food in cities.
Right.
You know? Like cheap food doesn't mean bad in cities, and so that is a plus.
I do always see the fun like vegan food trucks
Yeah,
that are in
that's true.
LA that have like the fun like desserts or the fun like donuts and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Good to do.
Our fun money
Right.
Yeah.
will be in LA. And then we're just gonna keep going west all the way to the coast. Maybe go to like Long Beach. Just since we'll be there. Maybe we'll just like stop, like look, whatever. But I think we're gonna then go up a little bit to Santa Monica and stay maybe for like a night in Santa Monica through Jess's mom hookups. Mayhaps stay in Santa Monica, and this is the part we haven't decided yet, so maybe our listeners can chime in.
Weigh in.
So we're gonna go to the beach in Santa Monica in Southern California, which is a sleigh, and it's awesome, and it's great. So then we could just stay there for longer, like a little bit, like 2 nights or whatever, and then just go to Fresno, where we're ending the trip. Or we can continue to drive up the Pacific Coast Highway, and go up even to, like, Big Sur, which is another sleigh. It's a little bit different vibes, a little bit more Northern California vibes, but it's really beautiful. But it would be, like, adding a little bit of time and more driving on the coast, a less direct way. But the Pacific Coast Highway is so sleigh and such good vibes. So we might do that. So the options are stay at Santa Monica longer, stay in one place longer, or stay for shorter and just stop at beaches along the Pacific Coast Highway up to Big Sur. So we haven't decided that yet, but that will be the end of the trip. And then we'll just go to Fresno where they're flying out.
And then me and Maisie have an overnight flight
Literally
to Chicago.
Midnight to 7
to
a.m.
Chicago.
We'll sleep.
But it's non-stop. There's no layovers, which is very nice to me. I would rather just be on the plane overnight and whatever than have to have a layover.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we have an overnight flight to Chicago. Then we have to take the train.
No, first you have to take the city train from the airport to Amtrak.
Yeah. Then we have to take the Amtrak to where Maisie's grandparents can pick us up.
In Champaign.
Then
drive
from
where they can pick you up
to Maisie's grandparents.
Car.
Snatch the cat.
Snatch the cat, get the car, drive to Columbus, and then be home.
Finally.
Blah.
And then start working.
Literally.
Like,
and then actually unpack.
Now that you've spent all your money, get a job.
Do nothing, yeah. Frugal. Frugal. 2 frugals.
Yeah.
That's us. That's gonna be us.
It's okay. We can make it all back Instacarting. And
It's
then
true,
it's like
honestly.
we didn't spend any money.
There you go.
It is kind of true. You can make
And honestly, the
Seriously.
biggest expense is just
the plane.
the plane. That's like the big chunk.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest expense is gas.
Yeah.
But I have to get out there. I have to go there anyway, you know. And like theoretically, I could just fly, but I would be so sad to not have a car out there.
Yeah.
It would be
a
terrible to
bummer.
me.
Yeah.
Like part of the whole thing is that I want to like go places.
Right.
Are you gonna fly back when you come back and sell your car? Or do you?
Well,
does
I'm
it
not really
depend?
coming back.
Like when it's over,
Yeah.
you're just gonna stay out by your sister.
Well, I'm just gonna do the next thing, whatever that is. Either stay like in the Southwest or go to somewhere not in America
Oh yeah.
until New York.
So that's the trip.
So R.I.P. my mom.
Lisa, if you're listening.
Sorry.
It's nothing. It's
No,
nothing personal.
No, you're not.
So that's it.
That's that.
So that's that. Thank you and good night.
Thank you.
That is the State of the Union.
Yeah, literally. Signing off.
Word.
Catch you gamers later.
Yes, God.
Put us in charge. Jeez.
Honestly, you know what? At this point, jeez.